Hello, our friends and loved ones. Welcome to People Touching People Forum. My name is Dr. William Lee, and with me is my co-host, Miss Donna Thomas. And Miss Thomas, again, it's always a joy to have
Thank you
as we shared various topics, as discussion in various issues that are facing the community. And this evening, Miss Thomas, we're going to be discussing about the topic of burnt out. How to beat burnt out. As you know, burnt out is a term heard with increasing frequency, Ms. Thomas, these days, is becoming a prominent factor in life in the fast-paced and stress-filled decades of the 21st century. So, Ms. Thomas, we have much to talk about this evening. Again, welcome. Welcome to our friends and loved ones that are participating with us in this discussion tonight. Very provoking, very inspiring, very educational. And so let's get right into it, Ms. Thomas. The first question I want to ask you, Ms. Thomas, because as a professional with your field, what is burnt out? And who gets burnt out? How can you describe that?
Okay, so burnt out is a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by prolonged and excessive stress.
Wow.
Burnout is constant stress and overwhelming feelings of dread and despair, having you feeling tired and disillusioned with your day-to-day life. Burnout can occur at work or at home and differs in severity from person to person.
That is so true.
When burnout strikes, it can be debilitation and leaves us unable to concentrate, work effectively, take part in activities we previously enjoyed, or manage and maintain a basic self-care routine.
Oh, yes.
Right. So we know we all get stressed from time to time.
Of course.
None of us are exempt, right? None of us. So it depends on what's going on, but burnout is different from stress.
Wow. All right.
Right? So burnout describes a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that's caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It's the culmination of stress that's built up over time to leave us feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet the demands of life.
Wow, that's very interesting, Ms. Thomas.
Yes.
We have much to share tonight.
Absolutely.
This afternoon. Because feelings drained at work or at home and exhausted by the routine is common, something that a lot of people go through. It can be difficult then, Ms. Thomas, to recognize burnt out.
Yes.
Are you there? It can be difficult to recognize burnt out as a serious problem. You may feel like a good night's sleep resets you, or that the weekend helps you to temporarily deal with these feelings. Some people says, I can't wait for the weekend to come. Or if I can only get some more sleep, I'll be able to deal with it. Unfortunately, Ms. Thomas, if you are on the road to burnout, this only helps for a short time, or a term. It's a very temporary solution. It's not permanent. Are you there? Addressing the source of the stress and putting a long-term plan, Ms. Thomas, in place to minimize symptoms is the best way to avoid stress levels rising to uncontrollable level. Do you agree, Ms. Thomas?
Absolutely, that's true, yeah.
So we're getting further into this very interesting topic, as I mentioned, Ms. Thomas. So what are the symptoms? Let's talk about the symptoms of burnout.
Yes, and there are many symptoms.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to read some of the symptoms. If you're experiencing any of these, you are burnt out.
All right.
Okay. So the first one, physical exhaustion and fatigue.
Wow.
Digestive issues and stomach problems. Detachment, loneliness, or isolation.
Yes.
Increased irritability and anger. Avoiding social events and interactions.
Yes.
Brain fog.
Oh, yes.
Negative thoughts about the future, feeling hopeless or useless, increased anxiety or worry, feeling overly cynical or apathetic, a diminished sense of enjoyment both personally and professionally.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
You mentioned a few, which I'm drawn to, which is very, very interesting. It says digestive issues and stomach problems. That's also can be a cause of burnout. Isn't that something, eh?
Yes.
Wow.
Because when I'm feeling stressed, I feel it in my stomach first. I just have this stomach ache, and I can tell you, yes, I can diagnose myself. I say, yes, I'm stressed. I know that. Yes, because depending on what's going on in your personal and professional life, then you may be stressed, right?
What about this detachment, loneliness, isolation?
Exactly, because when you're stressed, you don't want to socialize with anyone. You just want to stay by yourself. Probably you just turn a couch potato, as they call it. You just sit at home, you just watch TV, you don't want to answer the phone, you don't want to hang out with your friends. So all of these are symptoms of being burnt out.
And there are also symptoms of depression.
These
are mental illnesses issues too.
That's right.
Well, Ms. Thomas, this is something.
Yes.
Negative thoughts about the future.
Yes, because now you're feeling hopeless and helpless. So you have nothing positive. There's no positive outlook. So you're negative about everything.
That is it.
Yes.
What about anxiety and worry?
Yes.
That's a part of burnout.
Yes, you worry about everything. Yes.
Wow. Overly cynical, apathic. Think about that. These symptoms that you shared here, Ms. Thomas, are very, very true.
Yes.
Practical, and many people are not aware of what they're going through.
That's
yet
right.
they're experiencing some of these symptoms. So this evening we are here to help Ms. Thomas.
And one of the ones this one especially, you just feel exhausted.
Yes.
You're tired. You did not do any physical activity, but you're just feeling so tired and heavy, and you just feel fatigued.
Wow.
And sometimes you may be wondering what could be causing this.
Yes,
it has to do with the day-to-day events, the day-to-day things that are happening in your life.
That is true.
And as I said, it can happen personally or professionally.
Yes. What about, here's another one which you just shared, avoiding social events or interaction.
Yes.
The things that you used to enjoy.
No longer.
There's no desire to go to the dinners. There's no desire to go to the barbecues anymore.
Yes.
Then isolation kicks in. Isn't that something?
Right. That's right.
I think we're onto something here, Ms. Thomas, as we deal with this issue of burnt out.
Yes.
So let's go further, if we may. What do you think the things that sometimes caused burnt out? Let's discuss that.
So burnt out can be caused by almost anything.
Wow.
Because we all respond to stress differently.
Come on.
The people, places, and things that cause us to feel drained and overwhelmed will differ from person to person.
Oh, yes.
Right? Work may be a huge source of stress.
That is true.
A seemingly unsurmountable workload and pressure from colleagues or supervisor can make them feel like they're drowning in their workflow with no way out.
And the fact that you mentioned that, even in my practice, some of my patients, when they have to deal with issues at work, and a lot of times, Ms. Thomas, that's where the mental illness comes in. The stresses, they're burnt out, overworked. You know, and especially when they're having problems coming down from the supervisor or from their colleagues.
Yes.
That also can cause serious burnout.
That's right.
And mental illnesses there. Very good. Continue, please.
To another person, it could be the excessive stress at home. The person is constantly going through severe stress at home with no relief or outlet to undo the stress.
One moment. So we're saying it's not just at work.
No, not at work.
But you can be at home.
Yes.
And you still get burned out.
Yes, because the family dynamic, there might be some issues going on there.
Yes.
Could be finances. It could be a relationship with the children or with your partner.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
It could be a neighbor too.
That is true.
You never know, right?
That is true. That contribute to burnout.
Yes.
It's amazing. Eh?
That's right. A physical or emotional reaction in the body following a prolonged period of unsustainable or unrealistic stress will cause the mind and body to crash.
Well, let's stop for a moment. Repeat that again, because this is so important.
A physical or emotional reaction in the body following a prolonged period of unsustainable or unrealistic stress will cause the mind and body to crash.
A prolonged period. I like what you just said. A prolonged period
Yes.
of unsustainable or unrealistic stress. Not dealt with it. Persons are going through that situation, that pathway. One day after the next, no resolution. Eventually, as you said there, and it makes sense, your mind, your body finally crashed.
And where does it usually start first?
All right.
In the mind.
In the mind. There you go.
In the mind.
There you
That's
go.
why we always say, always be mindful of your mindset.
That's right.
Think
Come on.
positive thoughts, then positive
on.
things will flow
Come
to
on.
you. But as we talked about negative things, so you're thinking negative, all negative. Eventually,
Yes.
that's going to affect your body.
Of course.
Yes.
So both physically and mentally, right? It affects you, leaving the person disillusioned and disinterested in go on further. And finally, the persons eventually give up and walk away. Say there's no hope. Isn't that something?
Hopeless,
And
helpless.
It's very hopeless, and that's a part of burnt out.
Yes.
True. Okay, Ms. Summers. So this is very good. And we're helping our friends and loved ones.
Yes.
The question I want to ask now that we have gone through some of the symptoms and we're getting there, I ask myself the question. I trust you will too. Am I close to burnout? Because I'm a hardworking person. I'm involved in so many projects. But we'll see later on that there's a difference between stressed and burnt out. You see, because many people don't know the difference.
Yes.
So I'm asking you, and I'm asking myself, based on what you've just shared, I'm asking myself, am I close to burnout?
Yeah.
Based on what you've shared.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on what we're going through, right? I've just gone through a family emergency, so at one point, dealing with work, dealing with my grandson, dealing with my personal life. So I feel like I'm burnt out right now.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you know what?
There's help.
As I said, it's all about the mind.
There's
It's what
help.
you tell yourself.
There's so-
So as I go through this, I know that whatever obstacle comes my way, I am willing
That's right.
to overcome
There it
it
goes.
based on my mindset.
Okay, so it's a powerful topic
Yes,
we're on tonight.
yes.
Burnt out, right? A healthy level of stress. Here's the flip side of the coin.
Yes.
Right, can be good for us. Why? Remember, there's a difference between burnout and stress. So a healthy level of stress can be good for us.
Yes.
Why? As it helps us focus, Ms. Thomas, on important tasks and encourage us to get things done. For me, I must say, Ms. Thomas, I find when I'm busy,
Yes.
I become more productive. If I
Yes.
don't have much to do, I become lazy.
True.
And I lose focus. So some persons are not like that. Some persons are on the opposite to that. But I find the more I am busy, the more I'm involved.
It drives you too.
There's a drive.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
able to focus. I'm able to prioritize my schedules and so
Yes.
forth. You agree with that?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's go further. It says there, able to get things done. Without it, we'll never be able to feel, some of us, the incentive to do anything. As there's an old saying, if you want to get something done, give it to someone, Ms. Thomas, that is busy.
That's right.
It's not something. However, when we are approaching burnt out, that's the difference now. These levels move into unhealthy territory.
Yes.
We have to be very careful. When we cross over and we're on our way to burn out, right? Causing the mind, we just talked about the mind,
Yes.
and the body to start shutting down in the face of a stressful and challenging situation. So we are saying here that we should know there are signs that are alerting us
Exactly.
that we are crossing the fine line onto burnt out.
Yes.
And so education is good. Knowledge is power. And so this few moments that we're taking, Ms. Thomas, to try to help someone, to alert them, to see where they're at. It's a measuring stick, measuring yard for us to see where we're at, what's going on in our lives. Are we burnt out, or are we on our way?
Yes.
Or we're just going through moments of stress?
Because it's a process.
It's a process.
It doesn't just happen overnight.
That's right.
You're stressed, and then the stress level gets higher, and then you're eventually burned out.
All right.
So you're not just burnt out.
All right.
Just suddenly.
All right.
Right.
So this is where then we may feel apathy, disinterested. Are you there? Engaging with people and tasks that we previously enjoyed. Example, let's paraphrase it. There was a time leading up to burnt out. You were very interested in things. You were doing things, at work and with people and yourself, and you're enjoying your world. But now you find that you're withdrawing. You're not interested anymore. You're losing interest. That is a very major sign, Ms. Thomas, that either you're burnt out or you're on your way to be burnt out. Are you there?
Yes.
So let's talk about, as you said earlier on, Ms. Thomas, it's a process.
Yes.
Right? So my question to you, when and where does burnt out start? Let's talk about that.
And as I stated before, burnout usually starts long before we start to crash, because it's a process.
All right.
And so it starts before we start to crash and feel unable to continue. It's also not just isolated to the workplace or home.
Come on.
You may be on the road to burnout if your routine has recently gotten busier, or if you're suddenly involved in more stressful situations.
That's right.
You may have started a new project at work, or you may have taken on situations at home that have brought on undue stress or anxiety.
Yes.
Any feelings of disinterest, apathy, or exhaustion should never be ignored.
I love that word. Should never be ignored. And how many persons have ignored the signs?
Yes.
And it's just like, for example, Ms. Thomas, a person is having pain in their body, and they refuse to go to the doctor.
Yes.
And they make all type of excuses. Well, it's just a little migraine headache, or
Yes.
just and they chose not to
Yes.
go to the professional for advice. And when things get out of hand and they get there, it's too late.
Yes.
So the signs are always there. You agree with me?
Absolutely.
But how many times persons ignore these signs?
That's right, a
Before
lot of
and then it
times.
becomes too late. All right, so let's go further, Ms. Thomas.
So another question is, are stress and burnout the same?
All right, that's a very good thought. We just mentioned that earlier on. So why don't we talk about it? Is stress different from burnt out?
Yes.
Okay, can you address that?
So although stress can be a contributing factor to burnout,
Come on.
stress and burnout are two very different things.
All right.
We typically associate feeling overly stressed with hyperactivity.
Come on.
And feeling like something must be done right away to rectify the cause.
That is it.
Feeling burnt out typically has the opposite effect. Detachment, disinterest, a lack of motivation, and a general disinterest in life being more common.
So that's burnt out.
Yes.
All right. Good. We're doing very
Okay.
good. Very good.
All right. So, ask the question. What must you do if you are burnt out?
Well, I want to know. We want to know. Now, let's say I'm burnt out. Let's say our friends are burnt out. The question is, okay, now we recognize that.
Yes.
The question is, how can we bring a resolution?
To
What
that.
can we do to overcome this? Please help us in this area.
So the most important thing to do if you're burnt out is to recognize that a series of triggers and stressors have caused you to reach this point, and there is not something inherently wrong with you.
Oh, stop right a moment. I love what you just said. That's important. First and foremost, we have to recognize.
Yes.
We have to admit. We have
That's
to accept
right.
that we have a problem.
That's right.
And if we chose not to, then there will be no help for you. So the fact is, okay, you come to a point and say, yes, I have a problem.
Yes.
And then you want to investigate, how did it happen? How did I get here?
Yeah.
So that's the foundation. That's the beginning of bringing a resolution then to the problem. You agree?
Yes.
All right, continue, please.
Understanding the areas of your life that cause you large amounts of stress is the first step to making the adjustments necessary for preventing it from happening again in the future.
Stop right there. Again.
That's that doing an introspect,
All
a
right,
reflection
there you go.
to see. We often ask, what happened, what changed?
That's right. That's right.
In your day-to-day life, something must have changed.
That's right.
Why you're feeling stressed or you're feeling burnt out.
That is right. That is
So
right.
you were okay all along. Suddenly you're stressed. Something happened, and the question is, what happened?
What happens? You have to do your investigation.
Exactly. Right.
And oftentimes the answer is right there.
Of
The
course.
answer is there. It's
we
right in
we
front of
always
us.
say the clients have the answers.
There you go. There you go. So,
Yeah.
number one, as you said, we have to admit that we are burnt out. Number two, as you said, we need to know what caused
Exactly.
the burnt out. Go to the root of it. There must be a cause. All right, continue, please.
Talk to other people do you trust and about how you are feeling. Because burnt out manifests emotionally and mentally. It can feel hard to talk about. Finding the words to describe how you are feeling can be really challenging when you're already tired, fatigued, and unable to motivate yourself.
Let's stop for a moment. I love what you just shared. If you realize, number one, you're burnt out. You
Yes.
admit that.
Yes.
Number two, you look at the causes at least. This is where persons oftentimes want to not to share, not to open up. It becomes a personal thing for a lot of people.
Yes.
Right? And for some folks too, Ms. Thomas, it's like a shame. Maybe it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be healthy and everybody wants to look good and everybody wants.
Yes.
But what we're saying here is that this is not the time for you to be silent.
Yes.
This is the time for you to seek help. Am I right?
That's
what
right.
we're saying.
Yes.
And rather than keeping it within yourself, seek help.
Yes.
Not just help, not just to talk to a person, but talk to the right person, seek the right help. Communicate. You have to let it out, or else eventually it's going to be like a volcano, it's going to blow up, it's going to destroy you. It doesn't worth it, does it?
Yes.
All right, let's go further.
The important thing to remember is that sometimes just describing the feeling of not coping can help ignite a beneficial conversation about what happened and how you're feeling and what the future looks like for you.
Yes, I've had clients, Ms. Thomas, that comes to the clinic, this particular client. I've had him for a number of months, and we walk him through. But every so often he said, Doc, can I just come to see you? And he came, and he pays. And he just vents. He just want to talk. And communication is good, isn't it?
Yes.
You let it out, don't you?
That's right.
So that's very important.
Yes, and I often have clients that say to me, if I have to transfer them to somebody else, they say, can I continue to call you?
Oh, there you go.
I love talking. One of my clients said, when I talk to you, I feel good. Just by talking to you, I just
Absolutely.
feel good.
Absolutely.
And I'll say, you can call me if you want, but...
But not 24/7, that's for sure.
I know.
Because when they latch on, sometimes
I
it's
know,
hard.
it's really
move
hard
on,
to let go. Yes.
So, it's true. What must we do if we are burnt out? And these are some of the things. Who should we talk to? We just shared a bit there about talk to persons you can trust. But let's take it now to to another level.
Yes. For some people, seeking professional help provides a safe and confidential environment where they feel confident and comfortable chatting about their thoughts and feelings.
Yes. For example, a psychologist, psychotherapist, a professional counselor.
Yes.
Because, of course, of the confidentiality
yes.
there, and they feel much more comfortable to share what he or she is going through in this area. Okay, how can what about self-help? Let's talk about self-help.
Self-care.
Self-care, rather. How can self-care help you to overcome burnt out? What can you do apart from all of what we just shared to help you?
So self-care is all about taking time out to do the things we find more effective for recharging our mental and physical battery.
All right.
An effective and a regular self-care routine is a clinically proven way of strengthening your resilience in the face of stresses. It is also important to take a look at your daily routine, which will include things you don't even label as self-care, like diet, your exercise routine, sleep schedule, or acknowledging your self-critical voice.
Let's stop right a moment. Self-care. Yes. I love this. So you're basically saying then that first and foremost, I'm going to use a word. You have to love yourself. Because when you're going through this cocoon in this situation, sometimes persons begin to hate themselves.
Yes.
But you have to love yourself. You have to make personal adjustments to take care of yourself. Am I right? You have to look at your diet. You have to look at your daily activities.
Yes.
And so forth and so on. You have to look at your sleeping pattern, the schedule. And also the daily activities, the things that sometimes you have to make adjustments in that area too.
True.
Ms. Thomas, am I right?
Yes, you're right.
All right, continue please.
The most effective form of self-care helps boost your energy levels, restore physical or mental well-being, and reduce stress. Wow. Other forms are more reward-based, like eating our favorite meal or watching a film you love in the evenings or whichever time of the day is possible for you.
Now, I want to stop on that one. Let's go back to those two. Self-care helps boost your energy level, right? We agree on that. Restore physical and mental well-being and reduce stress.
Yes, because just to add a little here.
Please do.
So with self-care, it helps boost your energy levels, because we talk about diet and all of that. But what about your physical appearance?
Come on now.
Because a lot of times when we're feeling down and out, we tend to just have this nonchalant attitude. You just put on anything. You do. So my thing is, it doesn't matter how you're feeling. Put something nice on.
Beautify
and
yourself.
Step out. Sometimes my daughter said to me, "Mommy, where are you going?" I said, or who is seeing you? I said, I'm seeing me.
That's right.
I am seeing me.
Come on now.
I am doing it for me.
Come on
and
now.
Why? Because of self-love.
All right, there you go.
When you love yourself, you want to look beautiful all the time. You don't want to just throw on anything and look like a raggedy doll. You just want to look good.
That's right.
And that's my thing. So when I go to work, my coworker cannot look at me and say, "Wow, you're so stressed." I could be going through. I remember when I was going to college, I was going through a breakup. And my colleagues, they did not know.
That's right.
You know how she got to know? We ended up working at the same company.
Wow.
And I started to tell her, because we started to share more stuff. And when I told her, she said, "You were going through all of this and you graduated with honors. How did you do it?"
There you go.
That's what she said. She could not have looked at me and said, "Donna is going through a breakup. She's stressed. She doesn't even dress nice anymore."
Come on.
No, she did not know. So self-love and self-care is so important.
I have a question for you, Ms. Thomas. I have to ask you this question.
Yes.
Do you love yourself?
Oh, my Lord.
I have to ask you that. I concur to that.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I agree with you because I've known you for a while now. We have worked together.
Yep.
And of course, iron sharpeneth iron.
Yes.
And you know my position. I love myself.
Yes.
I've always said I'm the best there is and the best there will ever be because I was created in the image.
That's right.
Come on. And so if you love yourself, others going to love you.
That's right.
And I love that. You take care of yourself.
Yes.
Beautify
because
yourself.
how you treat you, how you carry yourself, that's how people are going to treat you.
That is true.
So if you carry yourself like an old whatever, like a hood person, they're going to treat you like a hood person.
Exactly.
You dress up yourself professionally and you step out, you're going to get the respect that you deserve.
I must say this, I have this experience, my son and I, when we went to Jamaica, as you know, my son, he changed his hairstyle, you know, and he's a grown man now. He changed his hairstyle and he's twisting, you know, his hair. And we were in Jamaica. We agreed. It's just he wanted a different style. But on two occasions, Miss Thomas, we went in town, and two occasions I heard people in the store, Rasta man. That's what they. So I said to my son, I did honestly. I have no problem with people. But on two occasions, I said to my son, please turn around and tell him you're not a Rasta. Because, again, that's personal. That's personal. And he corrected it because of misinterpretation.
Yes.
And person gets a wrong impression because of your presentation.
Exactly.
You know, so I had to correct that, and I said, no, you're not a Rasta, and please tell these two persons, you're not a Rasta. You're just, it's a style, you're twisting the hair for the style, and we leave it at that. And my son appreciated that, he thanked me. You know, so the way you present yourself is the way people accept you and people.
That's true.
And it's as a fact. Yes. So you're talking about self-care, your dress code, your mannerism,
which equates to self-love.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Right.
So, again, I don't want to go down there, but I mean, in Jamaica, and of course, you know, I've seen some of the boys, and I'm not against persons, but when you're wearing your pants with your brief, that's all it is showing. And there's a problem. It doesn't matter how we cut it, Mr. Thomas. There is a mental problem. And personally, as a doctor, I feel for these young people because what is the image? What are you trying to say? What are you conveying?
Yes.
Come on. But when you love yourself, and by the way, you don't have to be rich to beautify yourself.
That's the thing.
You know, one Miss Thomas, I have to tell you this one. When I was in Jamaica, I took my son to the primary school that we grew up. Now, and we went. Principal was there. They were doing some work, and we went to the small class. The little chairs and benches are still there because they have not done much to the school over these years. And I was talking to my son. I wasn't trying to sit into one of the. I wasn't able to after these years. However, I was telling my son because he was born here, you know, in a different world. I said, son, during this time when we attended primary school, we did not have shoes.
Yeah.
All of us were bare feet.
Yeah.
Because of the times and our families were not millionaires. It's when I got to high school I began to wear shoes. Mr. Thomas, everybody wear bare feet. And I was explaining to him the torture of the road that was tarred. When it got hot but you know what? I was able to show him.
Yes.
And he appreciated where I came from.
Exactly.
And he really, really appreciated it. But look at us today. We made it. We made it. And thank God we learned a lot of valuable lessons growing up as children in those times, in those seasons. Self-care.
And also, they always say, if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going.
Come on now, I love that.
I believe in that.
I love that. You can only know where you're going when you remember where you're coming from. It is a fact.
Exactly.
It is a fact. This is powerful, Miss Thomas. Look further. Let's look further then at some ideas and inspiration.
All right. So there are different other ways that you can self-care.
Come on now.
So you can have a hot bath or book a massage.
Wow.
Relax and take time to yourself away from others. Wow. Ensure your diet is healthy and working for you.
You're rushing, Miss Thomas. Let's slow down.
No, we can always go back and talk about that.
Because I'm getting excited here. Somebody needs to hear that. Okay.
Practice mindfulness and meditation.
All right.
This is a good one.
All right.
I always tell my clients about that.
Okay.
Eat nutritious foods that help your body function.
All right.
Get enough good quality sleep.
Wow. All right.
Build and exercise around activities you enjoy.
Yes.
Get out of the house and into nature.
Oh, dear.
You can listen to some good music too, right?
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow, I'm telling you, sometimes.
You're rushing, Mr.
No, we're not rushing. I'm just going through the list.
But you're going to go back.
And then we're going to talk about the different ones.
We have to, please do.
Limit time spent on digital devices.
Oh, dear. Okay.
All right.
Good.
So let's go back.
Yes.
Let's go back and talk about some of these, right?
I want to address number one. And you have, we can look at a few others. Have a hot bath, or book, a massage. Have a hot bath or
a massage.
You know, I have a secret. Only Jen and I know. Now you will know. And my friends will know. You know, every month I go for my massage.
Nice. That's self-care.
Every month.
Yes.
And Miss Thomas, it feels good.
Feels
and
good.
Sometimes they put me to sleep. But when I go through that hour, I'm renewed again.
That's right.
And so we work hard. And we take care of others. Take care of the bills.
Yes.
But we have to take care of ourselves.
We have to take care of ourselves.
All right.
That's right.
So go ahead now. You have any others that you see there?
Relax. Take time to relax. Sometimes we keep going. It's like we are trying to finish it all, but it can't be done.
All right.
So you just relax. Sometimes you work hard and then you rest. You work and you rest. You just have to stop. Sometimes I always say you have to take a pause.
Come on now.
Hit the pause button.
Come on now.
Right?
All right.
So instead of keep going, instead of burning out yourself, relax a little. Take that time for you.
For you.
Because if you do not take care of you,
Yeah.
nobody else is going to do it.
Come on.
You have to take care of you first.
It is called the me time.
Yes, that's
we have
me
talked about
time.
that before. The me time.
Yes.
Oh, this is good. I love the other one, Miss Thomas. And I have to give somebody a credit for this one. It says, ensure your diet is healthy and working for you. Well, I must admit, there's a person who takes care of my meals and all that, and I don't have a problem because she is very keen.
Yes.
So I have to give Pastor Jen, Dr. Lee, Jen, credit for that.
Yes.
If it's left up to me, Miss Thomas, I'd be at the restaurant every day. When I was a bachelor for 9 years, I know all the restaurants. I was eating all.
Yes.
But now, so for me, how about you? You're disciplined too.
Oh, yes.
Area, right?
I have a daughter that takes care of all of that. I don't have to worry.
There you go.
So I'm good with that.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. All right.
Yes.
Practice mindfulness and meditation. I do that a lot.
Yes.
I do that a lot.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to just set that time apart and just relax.
Yes, it's important.
Just breathe.
It's
just
important.
relax.
Yeah.
Yes. That's important.
I go sometime to bed 10, 11 o'clock, and it's a routine for me, Miss Thomas. Like 3, sometimes 4 o'clock, I'm up. And my time with the Lord, and I would go downstairs in the family room. There's a place there that I relax. I just go into meditation, and it's so wonderful.
And it calms you.
It really does.
It
really
does.
It
really does. You feel so calm when you're just meditating, thinking positive affirmations.
That's right.
Now you're getting rid of all the negative energy, and you're just being positive, thinking about your future and looking at a bright outlook. Not thinking about the negatives and what could have been or what should have been or what happened last year. Just thinking about the positives.
And you know, in the meditation, you can play, if you're into music, you can play very soft.
That's right.
Soothing song. Or if you're into breathing, have a book.
Yes.
Or you meditate on a place or a thing. And it brings such calm.
Such calm,
and peace in your spirit.
True.
It is, isn't it? All right, we're getting there. What else can you build and exercise around activities you enjoy? Do you do exercise, Ms. Thomas?
Sometimes. But I'm lacking in that area. But I try to, for me, I like to read a book.
Yes.
I like to meditate.
Yes.
So that's my self-care.
All right, good.
Sometimes I just want to have that peace and quiet.
Yes.
I just shut out everything. You could be sitting there talking, and I just shut you out.
That's right.
Because I just want that inner peace.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes we have to take ourselves away from the noise.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, I am good at that with my patients. especially when I'm going through depression, dealing with depression, I get to a place where there are certain exercises, Ms. Thomas, that I teach my patients, I train them when you face a situation. And one of them, and I love that because I practice it in my life. It's called imagery.
Oh, okay.
You just said it. And we could be sitting right here, right? And you're talking, and I'm here, but I'm not here. Imagery is you can physically you're in the presence, but you can go into a place, go into a scene, go into a situation that brings calm and peace. You know, I had many experiences. This one, my board, it was a board meeting. About 30 of my members were there, meeting, and we were talking. We had to address, Ms. Thomas, an issue. And I'm giving everybody a chance to share because we have to come to make a decision. And when they all finished, they were looking at me. Because I'm not saying anything, and they want to know what's happening to Dr. Lee. And finally, where I went, I came back.
Yes.
And I said to them, they said, what happened? We're waiting for you to make a decision. And I said, by the way, I just went on a trip. That's imagery. Imagery, what I did in my hometown, my home, on the hill over there, I never forget, we have a beautiful hill.
Yeah, we can overlook.
And the sea, the wind. And we used to go up there and fly kites, you know. And it was the most smooth, I'm telling you, so beautiful, that roaming hill with the grass. That's where I went. And because I needed to relax, because I have to make a decision based upon the recommendation, but I just needed some time. So by me going there and coming into that place of calm, settling my mind, I came back, I was able to, and they were laughing. I said, well, I'm teaching you some lessons here. So imagery is a very powerful one, Ms. Thomas. And so we're doing good. We're doing very good. How about leaving the house?
Oh, yes.
Going for a walk.
Nature walk is good.
Of course.
Sometimes when I'm working from home, during my lunchtime, I just go walk.
Wow.
You know, just to clear your mind, it's good to walk.
So let's try paraphrase it. Let's try wrap it up now. If a person that's listening saying, well, I'm struggling, what are some of the things they can do? Persons who are listening to us today and say, yes, you guys are so right.
Yes.
I need help. I'm struggling. Give us.
So if you're struggling, if you are finding work, home, or your personal life overwhelming and are unsure where to turn, take time to evaluate this situation that you are in.
Come on.
Seek the help that is needed to help you to overcome your crisis. Also, seek the Lord for his help. He is able beyond measure to help you through your deep crisis.
Wow.
And of course, our prayers are always with you, our dear viewers.
I love that. God is always there.
Yes.
Our Heavenly Father. He knows everything about us.
That's right.
He knows our downsetting. He knows our uprising. He knows our thoughts. He knows our weaknesses and our strength. And so we find we are into this cul-de-sac, this place that you can't get out of. And even though we share some thoughts to help them, but the greatest helper is Almighty God.
Yes.
And we can go to him as our Father. He's our friend, he's our helper.
Yes,
we can pour it out. His Bible says, cast your cares upon him because he cares. And so, Ms. Thomas, I think this was a wonderful session.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, Ms. Thomas, you have the last word. Thanks again for being with me on this show.
And of course, we thank you so much for being a part of the People Touching People Forum, where each one teach one. We thank you for your viewership. We thank you for spending the time with us. And remember, if you have any questions, any issues, please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to support you in whatever area you might need. And of course, remember to like and share our video. We can be found on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you again for your support and have a lovely evening. And
thank you again. Just wanted to remind you that we have Victory World Impact Ministries, a multicultural church that's standing behind us and supporting us. And so the telephone number, if you're in the Toronto area, you want to visit with them, is 416-282-1101. Multicultural church, powerful prophetic ministry. And so I want to also thank our coordinator, Ms. Thomas, Mrs. Stacyann Campbell, who is the coordinator And of course, my co-host, Miss Donna Thomas, always. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And thank you, my friends and loved ones. Again, we're coming from People Touching People Forum. God bless you. Look to see you next week. We're going to be discussing another topic. May God richly bless you. Thank you for sharing with us this evening.